Hello, Squadron. Hello, guys. So muting that. Yeah, what's good, everyone? How is the Monday going? A beautiful, beautiful Monday. It's finally warm. First time it's warm for me in a long-ass time. Hello, Phi Hater. Hello, Idiot. Hello, Chipson. I told you not to sleep on Astralis. Bro, you were fucking right. And guess what? Maybe the most underrated roster mania move was the Astralis moves. We gotta come clean here. We gotta come clean here. We didn't get crazy roster mania moves, but the Astralis moves were great. I know Paravision bombed out of this event, but this way move to Paravision was also insane. They won the first S tier tournament of the year. We kind of had some... The roster mania may have been unfathomably underrated. But I am sad. I'm a foot glazer. I've been a foot glazer. And you guys want to see something? My fantasy team was a foot glazer as well. Still performed pretty well. Where am I ranked? Top 2. I need Kioske to lock the fuck in. This buddy is throwing. You're the worst performing player on my team and you're a gold. We got 2 bronzes and a silver performing better than you. Get your ass into gear, buddy. What the fuck am I watching? I wouldn't even be surprised if Falcons lost to 3D Mags tomorrow. I wouldn't even be surprised if Falcons lost to 3D Mags tomorrow. They kind of look like shit right now. Now, I think energy is also slightly underrated. But Falcons looks slightly doggy. They look slightly doggy. Yo, what's good, Clue? Clue G? What's good, K4? I need to get top 1% or I'm hanging myself. High stakes here, so I need to lock in. Holy shit! Yo, thank you for the raid, Mr. Maui. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you for the follows, guys. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Thank you for the follows, fellas. Yo, I appreciate you, Father Maui. I appreciate you, my boy. Thank you, bro. Thank you for this. Anyways, guys, as I was saying when I got raided, if Kioske doesn't lock in and I don't get top 1%, I will hang myself. So the stakes are looking fairly high right now. And I am mad sad for Foot, bro. When's the next video reacting to 10 of my tweets? Probably never, bro. You were just on a tear during the HLTV Top 20. I could help myself. I was trying to find a way to demonstrate how everyone was upset. And I looked at your Twitter feed and I realized you were the perfect example for everything I wanted to talk about, my boy. Did you enjoy the video at least of me reading your Twitter feed for 15 minutes? That's really what matters. Also, I just want to say, Maui, what are your... I know you probably don't love the top 20, right? But I do think it's valid to value team success incredibly highly. But I do think we need a conglomeration list for real. I don't think HLTV can be the only list that we all go off of. Like, I fuck with your individual list. I fuck with Laundra's list. I really like seeing different people's lists and how everyone rates these players differently. And I think it'd be so much better and so much more accurate if we could just get a bunch put together. But, like, I don't mind how HLTV does it. You thought the 2024 is extremely well put together? Yeah, that's fair. 10 players, 10 coach, 10... Yeah, I think the hardest part would be finding, like, 10 active players. I feel like that would be the hardest part. Like, maybe we could do, like, 10 formerly active players, may potentially. I don't know for sure. Because I feel like a lot of players would say no, because they just don't want to take the time. But I guess we don't really know. Anyways, let me move this over. All right, guys, we're gonna talk about the games today. What should we yap about first? I need to talk about S1mple, because guys, I'm gonna be real here. My original take on this BC.Game roster was they buy out the Saw core for VRS points. They simply play with the team until they can kick all of the Saw players and sign new players. And I'm a S1mple glazer, always have been. But considering the vibes on the team, I think it's going to be genuinely hard to convince players to even join the team. At least, like, good players. You could probably get, like, tier 2 players who just want a chance, tier 3 players. But, I don't know. You have a good night, Maui. Thank you for the raid. Thank you. What did bro say before that? Slight and sound do 2 separate lists. A critics and a directors. Both are surprisingly similar in film overlap, and both lists are very valid. Interesting. Interesting. Paravision, even with bombing out, look promising, and James is a top 10 AWPer right now. I love James. Are we talking mechanically top 10? I'd have to think about all of the AWPers. He'd probably be close. He'd probably be close, but it would be like 9-10. Oh, 9-10. I didn't even do that on purpose. Anyways, let's look at the games today, guys. This, we have nothing to talk about. I don't think anyone on Earth expected, Vitality to beat 3D Max. Did anyone on Earth expect anything different than a 2-0 here? I'm thinking probably the fuck not. Aurora Mouse. This is a little surprising. Is Major having a career renaissance at 45 years old? It might be happening. And my take has been, I think Mouse has a fall off this year. And that's looking fair so far. They didn't get double digits on a single map. That's like extremely disappointing. I like Aurora look very good. But I think Mouse also, Mouse is due for a regression this year. I just think you can only get so many semis in a row before like the vibes on the team and just like the team chemistry starts to crumble. People are going to start getting frustrated. And I think it was kind of weird with them, like, wanting to replace a player over the offseason and not being able to. So I just think, like, the mental is kind of in a weird place right now. I just don't see them being, like, consistently a top 4 team this year. It has been long overdue. It's true. But, like, our dude, Aurora has been fucking... Dude, Soulfly edition on Aurora. I'll be honest, fellas. I doubted the move just because I knew Soulfly was mechanically very good. Okay, I knew Soulfly was like a big Turkish talent for years. A big Turkish talent for years. But I do get a little geeked when I see players who play in star roles and go to anchor positions. But that shit simply does not matter. Soulfly is a demon. And it looks like, at least from what I've seen, they're making him fairly comfortable on T side. He seems to be more comfortable on T side than CT side. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just playing. I guess he's significantly better on CT side. I just feel like he's playing very, very aggressive on a lot of the T side roles, and I feel like that suits him better. Hold on. What about only at this tournament? What about only at this tournament? Let me see. Let me see Buddy at this tournament. Okay, it's still CT by a fucking mile. Don't listen to a word I ever say again. Just don't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways. Yeah, Soulfly goated. Major. Absolutely rejuvenated in form. Did you guys see the tweet that I put out earlier? About this boy? Major has been locked in for the past 3 series. Okay. Let's look at some dates here. Since, like, the end of January, very end, to the start. So, 4 days. Guys, it's a Major era. 1.2 rating over 4 days. Oh my god. The GOAT of 2 games. That's what you want, buddy. Check these matches really quick. To me, it looks like 3 games are being played here. Interesting, isn't it? Interesting, isn't it? Are they probably still going to choke in the playoffs like they did all of last year? Yes. But it's cool to see Major playing well. IMO. Better than Monacy. I think that's just actually not true. But it is more impressive seeing Major do it than Monacy. That's what I will say. All right, next game. Ooh. I want to start yapping about S1mple now. Guys. Maybe it was crazy. It's probably a mix of crazy cope and a mix of me just being a FaZe hater. I thought BC.Game truly could win and beat FaZe. I guess there was some weird stuff with Twist yesterday, not being able to play with his config. Yeah, listen, bro. Okay, FaZe are a stinky team, whether he's got his config or not. Did he play better individually today? Yes. He did. But even still, bro, FaZe is a stink-ass team no matter what. IMO. In my opinion. Anyways, I thought these boys really could win. And I mean, they took it to a map 3. But map 3, they got stomped. They got bent over and they got taken to town. Brokey, a 142. I hate to be that guy. We cannot let Brokey drop a 1.42 on us in the big 2026. I hate to be that guy. Muterus played out of his fucking mind on Dust 2. Out of his fucking mind. And then the entire rest of the team kind of shit their pants besides S1mple. I think it's just like, bro. I don't know. I feel like S1mple is still a good player. But realistically, who is going to want to play with him if he is still toxic in the big 2026? I don't think he's good enough at this point of his career for players to, like, still want to play with him. Even if, like, before, like, 2021 S1mple, you can overlook it because he's the best player in the fucking world. 2026, I don't know if it's worth playing with him to have to deal with him being toxic. Like, did you guys see that clip? When the game wasn't even that bad. I think it was like 11-7 on Dust 2. Muterus clutches a 1v2 with a scout. Buddy does not feel an ounce of joy. And he's screaming at his team that entire map, bro. Let me pull up the clip. Let's see here. Bro.
Wins you the round and it doesn't happen.
Bro.
wins you the round and it doesn't happen. There's all these desperate grasps at the heroic play that saves the day and no one's been
Sasha
able to
believes in
land
the
it.
Mutirus 1v2.
Mutirus.
Here is.
Mutirus is him.
He's got it.
He's him.
Maybe the least likely
Bro, look at this
candidate.
fucking team. Not an ounce of joy. What?
He's got it.
Buddies,
Maybe the least likely
Oh
candidate.
my god.
your 87-year-old IGL who looks like an AI robot 90% of the time just clutched a 1v2 with a scout. We're not at a funeral service. Show an ounce of joy. He doesn't look happy himself.
Yeah, and they're not even celebrating. There was a half-assed fist bump at the end of
Such
that. They
little
don't
bit of
even
a
look like
smile.
they believe in this comeback right now. It's only a
But it's
4-round
long.
game.
Taz the only motherfucker who shows an ounce of joy.
For the captain
Takes
of
his
BC
time. He
Game.
knows the guy isn't looking. Boom.
And begrudging
Holy
congratulations here.
Where's the
As this game
celebration?
continues.
I don't
mean,
want
Yo,
to say
no,
the
no.
vibes seem
Guys,
atrocious.
come on, man.
Let's talk
Can
about
we
it.
just
No.
talk about
Vibes
it?
do seem
The
pretty
tone.
atrocious,
This is
right?
such a hard tone. My
Bro, is
God.
fist bumping the guy.
Why does the team want to end their lives? Can someone explain this to me? Anyone, can anyone explain this to me? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Why are we so mad? Like what does anyone on the team even like each other at this point? Does anyone on the team like one another? I understand BC Game most likely bought the core only for the VRS points. But even still, like, pretend to get along. S1mple was jealous that it wasn't him getting that clutch. Bro. I want to say that's a crazy take, but genuinely, what if? What if... Dude, what if S1mple was mad he wasn't the one clutching? Bro hates Mutirus. He was already yelling at Mutirus for dying and peeking earlier in the game. When he was dying on site. Maybe he just hates this motherfucker's guts and was mad that he clutched. There's no chance, bro. There's no chance. I refuse to believe that. Most likely, well, yeah, I'm saying, like, I feel like you could maybe argue that BC Game bought, like, saw for the VRS points and because I thought this team could work. But I'm of the belief that they're going to replace every single one of these players as soon as they have the chance to. But, like, truly at this point of his career, I don't know. And, like, S1mple looked good for the most part. Throughout this tournament, S1mple looked very good. I just think vibes. You'll think for the resub for 10 months, Hugh. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I just think, like, I don't know, bro. The skill is not matching up with the vibes, right? Okay. You at this part of your career, you could not be bringing the entire mood of your team down like that. Maybe they just nonchalant. I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. Maybe they're a team of 5 Zontixes. Who's to say at this point? Who's to say? It is sad though, because like what did S1mple do in stage 1? Because he has looked very good, and I want to believe in S1mple because I think he's still got some juice, and you can see it when he plays. He still looks insane. He already put multiple clips up during this tournament. At 119, that's pretty good. Like it's not like blowing your socks off. He hit some clips. He put up a good rating. I think individually S1mple can still be a demon, but I need Buddy to stop screaming at his team. Okay, you know, you guys want to know why I think FaZe didn't keep S1mple? I think FaZe didn't keep S1mple. I know the reason was they didn't have the money, which definitely could have been true. But I also think S1mple vibes-wise, personality-wise, does not fit with this FaZe team at all. Let me show you guys something. End of... Where is that clip? Let me see if I can find this. Guys, can someone find this clip? It's the clip where FaZe, at the end of, like, the Budapest Major, FaZe are getting dicked, and they're just laughing. They're just laughing, having a good time. Do you guys think there's any shot, if s1mple is on that FaZe team and they're losing, he lets a single motherfucker on that team let out an ounce of joy? He would murder them on the spot. I just don't think he fit with the team at all. Yo, what's good, Lionhearts? The reality is that BC.Game are trying to showcase s1mple to sell him off. You think? I think monetary, if we're thinking about this money-wise, right? I feel like BC.Game would not be able to make as much money selling s1mple off as they would just keeping him in, like, the viewership they'll get with him on the team. Because realistically, I don't know if a big team shells out a shit ton of money for s1mple at this part of his career. I feel like they would make more money just having him on a roster if they can get, like, consistently get him playing in tier 1 events. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe a top team would shell out a shit ton of money. But I feel like most top players probably don't want to deal with the personality at this point of his career either. BC.Game, I mean, yeah, it is just like a giant ass ad for BC as well. The amount of eyes on them after this is unreal. I don't know if they're making their investment back, but I mean, they honestly, they could be. They could be, with how much these fuckers make. But yeah, I don't know. I just think, like, realistically, the current BC.Game team has no chance of, like, actually making a dent in tier 1 tournaments, in my opinion. I think that's probably the opinion of most people. So it's just kind of in, like, a weird state of, like, sure, we'll get some s1mple clips at tournaments, but they're not going to do anything. Maybe they can build a good roster around s1mple, but you really are going to have to convince these motherfuckers to play with him. After seeing what he just did in the past couple games, you are going to have to either give top players a fucking bag to convince them to play in a team of this environment, or just pick up players from tier 8. Do you think they're making the money back with the publicity? It's tough to say. It's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. I know they're probably making a bag off of it, but they're also paying s1mple like $120,000 a month, supposedly. Anyways, enough yapping about s1mple. A month? Yes, a month. I think he's currently, if all the numbers are true, I think he's currently the most, like, he's the highest paid player in all of Counter-Strike. If I had to guess, ZywOo is pretty close. But, it really depends. m0NESY. Yeah, I would say m0NESY is up there. m0NESY and Nico. I think m0NESY, if I had to guess, m0NESY and Nico, they're probably closer from, like... I don't think Falcons pays its players as much as people think. They're still getting a fuck ton. Like, they're probably getting, if I had to guess, 60 to 70 to 80,000 a month. But I feel like people think they're getting paid like 200,000 a month. I would say probably closer to 80K a month. Nico is apparently on 70K a month. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. But I feel like people think they're like easily paying all of their players out the ass, which they are. Which they are. But like compared to other top players in the scene, it's nothing we haven't seen. Like Zywoo's definitely getting like around 100,000 a month. I don't know how much Donk is getting, because I don't know exactly how much Spirit pays, but Donk is also probably getting a fucking bag. A fucking bag. Anyways. Next match. Ooh. Guys, I have mixed feelings on this. I'm happy for the boys' NRG. I'm happy for the boys. But I think Falcons played like dog shit. And I think NRG also played well. Theoretically. I think NRG is maybe slightly underrated at the moment, but I also don't think Falcons played very well. So I could honestly see Falcons lose to 3D Mags tomorrow. And OC is just, I mean, he wasn't great this series before this. I did not think OC would continue to play well. And it didn't look like he was. I've seen OC play in Counter-Strike for years, bro. OC is mediocre. I hate to be that guy. He had a life tournament in stage 1. Wasn't he like one of the highest rated? He was the second highest rated player in this whole stage. OC was playing out of his mind. I thought OC would come back down to earth, and he did. But then he also played out of his mind against Falcons. He didn't play very well against Mouse. This is the OC I'm used to seeing. This is the OC I have come to watch. But Buddy was back today. He was the only player on NRG really putting up a huge fight, to be honest. Like, normally Bro is up there. Bro had an unfortunate day. He had an unfortunate day. OC looked good. Maybe he developed a higher ceiling. I mean, maybe, bro. Maybe at 27 years old, he just turned into a demon, which is possible. He's 26. I mean, listen, I'd be happy if he did. If OC turned into the opping talent of North America that we all needed, I'm not gonna argue with this. Truly, I'm not gonna argue. I'm happy. I just don't know if I believe this is possible. I just feel like there's no way. OC got some advice from Slump. Yeah, maybe that is what it is, bro. God bless Slump, bro. Maybe that truly unlocked OC's ceiling. Maybe it did, bro. Did you see Joda to Eternal Fire? I don't know if I did see that. Who is he replacing? Probably M-Star. Who the fuck is M-Star? Anyways, maybe OC's goated, guys. I don't know. Maybe OC's the GOAT. I hope he is. I hope he is. Alright, what's next? I need Kioske to lock in. I need Kioske to lock in tomorrow versus 3D Mags, please. I'm begging you. Hands and knees begging you, buddy. Foot, Astralis. I'm heartbroken. I actually don't mind the new Astralis roster. I think they're a cool team. I like Ryu. I like Fuzi. But I really wanted Foot to win this. I'm gonna glaze Foot this whole season, bro. Because I think obviously it's not very like we've seen the potential of Foot. I feel like they can be a top 10 team in the world. Maybe that's a little too far. I feel like they can be easily a top 10 team in the world. They just fell apart today, man. They just fell apart today. Going into this year, I was a Paravision Foot Glazer is the teams that I thought could really come in and do God's work. Paravision, a little sooner than expected, popped off. I'm still waiting for the Foot pop off, where they make the playoffs of a Tier 1 tournament. I think they can. Realistically, Foot could have made the playoffs of this tournament. I totally thought they could have beat G2, and they were decently close. But they didn't. They didn't do it. So I don't know. We'll see, bro. S1mple, by the way. S1mple looked great. Or he has looked great so far. After looking, he looked atrocious in stage 1. Absolutely atrocious. I should have picked him for my fantasy team. I had the money. I just thought he would be way worse. Yeah, I'm very sad for Foot. And lastly, Na'Vi versus Furia. I don't think it's really that surprising Furia won, obviously. Like, Furia is currently ranked the second best team in the entire world. So I don't think this is like a huge surprise. But I feel like a lot of people were like thinking Na'Vi was gonna win. And I don't know, man. Navi's just a weird team, bro. They're a weird team. Like, I don't think that... They're not a bad team. They're just fine. Navi's just fine, bro. You think Na'Vi should do any roster changes? I mean, bro, I thought before their major run. You think for the resub Jaren? At me in Discord when Face It starts. No chance, bro. No shot. Alright, Mr. Jaren, I will. I will, bro. I will. Let's see. Yeah, I thought before the major, they should replace Ema. I thought Ema or Alexi, but I don't love replacing Alexi. Because I think Alexi has such a large brain on him. I think Alexi is such a good in-game leader. I think the main issue is, like, his fragging is so brutal. His fragging is so brutal. So I think if you do want to, like, improve fragging, you can do that. But I think it's Ema or Alexi. And I think I'd rather keep Alexi and get rid of Ema. I don't think Ema's a bad player. I just think you try and fit someone else into the team and see if it works better. Because I think there's also, like... I think there probably is still tension between the two. Bro, that one clip of them beefing has not left my mind since. It hasn't left my mind since. People are going to say wonderful. I mean, guys. I say this every time, bro. Who do you want to replace Wonderful? Wonderful can have some stinker series, but I still think Wonderful is one of the better operas in the world you can have on your team. Get Regali. I can promise you Regali, in my opinion, is not an upgrade over Wonderful. S1mple. We are not putting S1mple on this team, bro. I hate to be that guy. Hades, Dexter. See, there's just no good answers here, guys. There's not a single opera that I think is a genuine upgrade over him. That's the entire problem. I think for the follow Proton Blade. Who do you get for Ema? See, the problem with that is I don't know. I think it's tough because you'd want someone realistically who can be a decent secondary caller, right? Maybe, I mean, maybe Frozen, I guess, if you want to take Frozen from FaZe. I actually... minus emo plus Frozen could be fire. It could be fire. And then you can just... I mean, you don't need, like, a dedicated secondary, like, hard secondary caller. Why not go balls to the wall and add Senzu? I mean... roll for roll, you'd be adding him for Makaze. Yeah, they're both openers, which I think he is definitely an upgrade over Makaze. But I'm a little geeked throwing Senzu into an international team. I think you take the risk if Na'Vi like really stink up the first half of the season. But if you're still like a fairly good team, I don't think you take that risk. I think Senzu needs to join a worse team than Na'Vi if he's going to join an international project. That whole situation just scares me. On paper, it would be insane. On paper, it would be insane. But, like, in practice, I don't know how well it would work. But no, Frozen for Ema, I think, would be pretty good. Because I don't, like... I don't know, man. I don't know. Realistically, would Frozen leave FaZe? I'd hope so, because FaZe is dookie. And Frozen needs to be saved. Frozen needs to be saved. So I really don't mind that. What the... You. Maybe, bro. Maybe I can have the juice to replace Ema. I don't know, man. It's tough to say. Wrinkle to Na'Vi. See, Wrinkle is just a significant downgrade from Wonderful, in my opinion. I think Wonderful... Dude, people be waiting for Wonderful to have one bad series. Like, he's not that bad. He's not that bad. Okay, guys, he's been bad this year. He's been bad this year. But, like, guys, we have more sample size than just 1 year, okay? He was good last year. Okay, it's definitely the haircut. It's definitely the haircut. We need Buddy to grow his hair back out. That definitely could be the issue. That definitely could be the issue. I mean, just look at the change here. I think it's fairly obvious what the problem is. So what, we're putting up Kerrigan numbers. This majors in 2025 is enough for me. This is enough for me. This is all I need to see. Wonderful is just a big game player, guys. We need to all understand this. Looking at the games tomorrow. Looking at the games tomorrow. G2 versus... This game doesn't really matter. I give this to Spirit. I'm a Spirit Glazer. Always will be a Spirit Glazer. I think Spirit's goated. I'm going to be real. Their T-sides look the same. But I think they just simply have more firepower with this version of the team. I mean, like, Magic's also is, like, a brand new caller. So I'm not going to shit on them too much. Like, they still... Everything pretty much looks the same T-side-wise, so, like, when Chomper is on the team. But I think this is just a good enough firepower team when Zontix decides he wants to play the game. When Zontix decides he actually wants to play and doesn't go 1-20, this team can be goated. But he's been kind of struggling since he joined the team. He's had some really good maps and some horrific maps, which I guess after not playing for, like, half a year or whatever, it's understandable. But let's look at him since he's gotten back. It's been like really, really weird. This could have been significantly worse. This was a game where he was like 1-18. He locks in overtime, goes nuclear on Dust 2. I mean, what is this, bro? I don't know, man. As soon as Zontix, like, Zontix just gotta, we gotta give Zontix some oil. We gotta oil up the old rusty gears on Zontix, get him rolling again, and then we will be cooking. Okay? Then this team will be very good. I still think it's like their biggest weakness is they don't have a super unfathomably good caller. They don't have a Brainiac caller, but I think that's fine because they have good enough players to overcome that most of the time. It's going to be hard for them to be consistent. Like, they're not, I don't think they're going to go on like a streak of winning tournaments, but they should be able to at least run off a few. Can you show Magic stats? Magic's been playing really well. Since he joined as the IGL, he has individually been playing really fucking well. At 112. For being a caller? Woo! You take a 112 out of your caller any day of the fucking week. I don't know how long it'll last. But we take that shit any day of the week. You know what I'm saying? We easily take that. Okay, what are the other games? Furia, Astralis. Guys, I could totally see Astralis upset here. Do I want to pick Astralis over Furia, though? I don't know if I'm that bold. But I would not be surprised if Astralis won this game. Vitality Roar this game doesn't matter. I'll be taking Vitality. Ooh, I forgot that these were delayed as fuck. Mouse versus FaZe. Yeah, give me Mouse there. Even though I'm down on Mouse, I'm even lower on FaZe. And then, I mean, I could totally see 3D Max winning this. I could absolutely see 3D Max winning this. But I'm going to take Falcons. Just because I think Falcons have to lock in eventually. Anyways, fellas, I have to piss. I'll be back in a second. Guys. Guess what? Who's gonna make it through this lower bracket? Funniest answer is 3D Max. A biased answer for me is Falcons because I need Kioske to lock in for my fantasy. You said you were gonna watch the trailer. Oh yeah, true. I should do that. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that right now, actually. And make your I know. I was gonna do my 2026 takes today, but S1mple, everything happening with S1mple, I just had to talk about that instead today. I simply had to. I'll try and do that on Wednesday instead. Yeah, anyways, funniest answer 3D Max. Biased answer Falcons. I mean, I don't think Mouse or FaZe makes it through, unfortunately. But I could maybe I'm too low on Mouse. I totally could be way too low on Mouse. Anyways. IEM KRAKOW trailer. Why is Donk looking at me like this? Okay, that was mad loud. Hold on. The KRAKOW is just, it's just Katowice this year, right? This is just instead of Katowice. It's like they're the same tournament, basically. Yes, okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Those competing today were inspired by those
all right,
who
bro.
came before them.
they went. Listen, this is fire. I feel like they went too hard on this shit, bro.
Now it is their turn.
This kid is the real deal.
Who did they have make this shit, bro? This had to have been like a There's no way this is like an in-house talent, bro. They had to have like a Vire type motherfucker make this video.
The confines of what's possible being brought into question.
Dude, that clip was so... Oh my god, bro. That's gonna be the peak of Jacob's career. That clip was so good.
A decade-long pursuit realized.
The curse crushed. 2025 is theirs.
They're gonna be sorry they were ever born.
Okay, they cooked with this.
Who?
Okay, they kind of... Okay, I'm kind of geeky. I'm like... I'm gonna be honest here, guys. I kind of feel like a fucking chud. I'm not gonna lie to you. We might have gotten a couple goosebumps to that right there. To a video, to a esports player. Okay, I'm sorry.
You can't mess with greatness. You can't mess with history.
Living legends clash in pursuit of Counter-Strike's oldest trophy.
I'm swinging my legs like a little girl, imagining a 19-year-old destroying a team full of full-functioning adults. I mean, fuck, bro. Okay, I think they went like unreasonably hard with that shit, dude. They went unreasonably hard with this shit. This is like when I open TikTok, sometimes I'll see like anime edits or I'll see like Avengers Endgame edits that got me like kicking my feet. They got me a little goosebumpy. That's how this made me feel, bro. They did a good ass job with this. They did a good ass job. Can you watch the FaZe skit? What's the FaZe skit? For this? Is it FaZe emergency meeting?
Alright, boy.
Is this the skit? I'll watch this too. It's only a minute long. Yeah? Okay, I'll watch this too. We'll see what this is.
Boys, emergency meeting.
Bro, chill. We're just an online game.
Not blast. I'm talking about Jacob. He's out of control. I hyped him up too much, called him the GOAT. He actually believes it.
Tough, isn't it? For guys like us.
Yeah, now he's whining about roles.
Bro, he's trying not to laugh. He can't.
For guys like us.
Yeah, now he's whining.
He's on the brink of breaking down, dude. He could not even say that shit with a straight face.
Whining about roles, complaining to admins. It's never his fault. Such a diva.
Okay, bro.
Where does the EU come from, though? Didn't he get like 30 kills on 4 maps in the grand final?
Oh, that's bro. Wait, the skits are actually good, bro.
No.
Oh God, bro. Why did?
Now he has these ridiculous contract demands.
Guys, his aim is fucking fantastic. He just needs to work on his game sense, grenades, a little bit of communication. Communication? He cannot even give a proper interview. Man, just give him what the fuck he wants.
Bro, it's just gonna make everything worse.
Bruh, how bad can it be?
Bro, dude, the skit's really good if you are like, if you know everything that goes on in the Counter-Strike scene. There are so many like inside jokes in this video. It's fire though. If you understand everything, it's fire. Did you check? I did see the passionate one where they put JT in the casket, bro. I don't even understand how they get half these pros to agree to this shit. Why are they lowering Buddy into a casket? Fuck, bro. Dude, ESL is really good at this stuff. They gotta be like... I mean, like they host the biggest tournaments. They got the best bits. They got the best trailer. ESL might be on top right now, fellas. ESL might be the best TO in the whole scene. It's possible. All right, what time is it? 4:30. Okay, it's Face It time. I'm thinking. It's Face It time. I'm thinking. Guys, we'll do predictions for Wednesday. We'll do predictions for Wednesday. Most likely. If nothing crazy happens on Wednesday, #1 star ladder. Okay, buddy, we're rage baiting. We'll do takes for the 2026 season on Wednesday unless something wild happens. Like, actually, no, nothing can even happen. All these games are on Tuesday. What time do the playoffs start? Friday. Okay, so nothing can even happen on Wednesday. We can do... Ooh. We'll have to do playoff preview and that as well. Because I'm not going to be live until Friday. Which will be after these games happen. Okay. Well, that's enough for the YouTube stream, guys. I am currently addicted to losing face at ELO, so that is what I'm going to be doing today. I think we're going to save G League for like Friday, so more people can play. G League will be like a Friday, Saturday thing. Anyways, YouTube, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Either playoff predictions or takes for this year. We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, you guys have a good night.